The brutal war of Syria is showing no signs of slowing. Bombs continue to drop on innocent civilians.
The United Nations has declared the civil war in Yemen the world's worst humanitarian crisis. Every 10 minutes, a child under 5 in this country dies.
In Yemen, food is used as a weapon of war. Children are silently starving to death.
Rohingya mothers are taking their children and running through the jungle into Bangladesh to escape indiscriminate slaughter.
And now, the oncoming monsoons and floods threaten the fragile families already living in ruins.
In today's world, no child should suffer the consequences of war. Yet, right now, 1 in 6 children lives in a conflict zone and fights to survive. These children have no chance for normal lives. Hello, I'm Carolyn Miles. Thank you for taking the time to review the package of materials I sent to you, including this video. Save the Children is the world's leading organization for children, and your past support as a Leadership Circle member has made a life-saving difference for kids. Together, we are the best chance for survival for the more than 350 million victims of a global war on children. Please listen carefully, and I hope the following information helps you understand what these children experience and that you have a life-saving role to play.
In places like Syria, Afghanistan, and Yemen, 3 of the most dangerous conflict-affected countries for children, brutal tactics of war have escalated to unprecedented levels. Millions of children are caught in a vicious cycle of violence and suffering, and far too many are dying through inexcusable methods, like the use of children as suicide bombers, the direct targeting of schools and hospitals, and the widespread use of indiscriminate weapons like cluster bombs. Children are subjected to unimaginable atrocities. What's worse is that these children are not just caught in the crossfire. They are often deliberately and systematically targeted. They are killed, maimed, and raped. They are bombed in their schools and in their homes. They are abducted, tortured, and recruited by armed groups. They are no longer able to go to school or access essentials like basic sanitation and clean water. These children are also more likely to die because of hunger or a lack of medical care. And then, those fortunate enough to survive face lifelong mental struggles due to trauma and stress. Yannick was just 15 years old when militants overran his village in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The terrified teen was captured by rebels and forced into the role of child soldier. In conflict zones, boys and girls as young as 8 years old are made to fight, carry supplies, and perform grueling labor within the ranks of rebel armies. In the Southeast Asian country of Myanmar, 10-year-old Rania is facing horrors of her own. Unspeakable violence against the Rohingya people, a Muslim minority group, surged last August, triggering the fastest-growing refugee crisis of today. Rape, murder, and arson by savage militant groups have forced over 500,000 people to flee into neighboring Bangladesh. Their journey is treacherous as they walk for days without food or water. Eyewitness reports describe security forces opening fire on families and planting landmines near border crossings. Little Rania escaped, but not without casualty. Both of her parents were murdered, and she was shot in the foot. She now faces an uncertain future in a Bangladesh refugee camp.
Around the world, more than 350 million children are living through the horrors of war and conflict, and so many more suffer the consequences of extreme poverty. We are on the front lines of every major global conflict, making sure the children who need us most are not forgotten. But our knowledge and experience are only as good as our network of support. This is why your partnership today is absolutely necessary. When you give a most generous gift today, you'll help protect children who've suffered heinous acts of violence in 3 ways. You can help send emergency supplies, such as food, water, shelter kits, and mobile medical units, to children in crisis, including those living inside war zones. You can also help set up and staff 24-hour child-friendly spaces so children can play, socialize, and begin to heal. Our signature adaptable safe spaces can be set up in any environment and offer a beacon of hope and security to children who have been cruelly ripped from their everyday lives. You can help provide a dedicated caseworker to a child soldier to establish mental health and rehabilitation from trauma. We know that even after a child is rescued from a horrible situation, their struggles don't end. That's why we ensure children have access to psychosocial support and can be re-enrolled in school at the appropriate level. Today, we're standing up for children, and our goal for Leadership Circle members is to raise $250,000 by October 15th. Please stand with us and give your most generous gift at this critical time. Any amount will help save and rebuild the lives of remarkable children like Yannick and Rania. Take time to review all the materials I've enclosed with this video, and please respond with your best gift no later than October 15th. Together, we can give children the childhood they deserve. Thank you.